Yo, what's going on? Yo, welcome back to the channel, man. I'm back, baby. Why does my camera look crooked? It still looks crooked. Okay, whatever. I know y'all see it, man. Things look a little bit different. I'm trying something new. You feel me, chat? You feel me? I'm experimenting a little bit right now, okay? So, and today, we'll be reacting to the Gen Z approachability problem video by Suburban Will. Shout out to all my suburban niggas. You feel me? All the hood niggas that live in the suburbs now. Shout out to y'all too. Now look, I may be all charismatic and handsome and look all good and shit when I'm on here talking to y'all, but I don't like people walking up to me on some random. If I don't know you, bro, like, don't do that. Announce yourself first, then you can, you know what I mean? Don't just walk up on me and try to start talking to me. I'm gonna think you up to no good. It's not gonna end well for nobody, you feel me? So I think a lot of people have that kind of thought process to where if somebody just randomly walks up on them, you're immediately thinking them as some sort of a threat and your guard is up, you feel me? So I think that's what it is. It's why at least Gen Z people are so unapproachable in most situations, right? But that'll be enough of my yapping. Let's just get straight into the video.
Have you ever been told that you're unapproachable?
Yes.
Maybe you have an RBF or give intimidating vibes. Or maybe you just stink because you play League of Legends and haven't showered in several days.
Damn.
Or maybe you're on the opposite side, where you want to be more outgoing and reach out to people, but you're afraid of how they might react. Will they think you're weird or think you have some ulterior motive?
Hold on, chat. I look crispy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Shut your
I think as a generation, one of our biggest obstacles to finding community is the fact that simply approaching people is difficult. I'm currently working on a much longer video talking about Gen Z's relationship with the internet, work culture, and escapism, but this topic didn't really fit into that, so I wanted to make a short video discussing it. I think the internet has sort of numbed our social skills as a collective. I'm sure there's people watching this going, not me. I talk to people every day, and I'm a pretty outgoing person myself. However, a common problem I see from young adults is that many of us are struggling just to approach people. Whether it's to ask that coworker to hang out, or ask your boss for help at work, or of course, finally ask that person on a date.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He's got some points in there, you know what I mean? Like, the internet has definitely fried people's perception on other people and has influenced it to a degree that is kind of not ever seen before. Does that make sense? Right? It's like kind of hard for people nowadays to be okay with rejection.
He ain't lying.
You know what I mean? Or people don't know how to carry a conversation, and the conversation ends up with that awkward silence and you all just looking at each other waiting for the other person to say something. Horrible times, bro. Horrible times. Listen, it gets uncomfortable. And I guess with how social media works now and how you can always just message somebody, you don't ever have to sit through that. Like, if the conversation gets awkward, you can always just leave it alone and come back. And like, nobody will be very I wouldn't say judgmental, but like, nobody will think twice about it, you know what I mean?
No.
So I kind of get what he's getting at when he say that social media is affecting how people approach other people, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I mean.
And as a pretty outgoing person, I still get pretty nervous whenever I get the opportunity to interact with bigger creators. I recently reached out to some YouTubers I really look up to just to introduce myself. And it took me 3 days just to send them all DMs because I was afraid to hit send on my message. And of course, they're all nice people and responded very kindly to the things I had to say. I think the internet has given us the perception that everyone is super standoffish and doesn't want to be bothered at any time ever. There's a weird etiquette where even though your phone is a device that allows you to be contacted at any moment of the day, we should not use it for that purpose. I think we all know that one person who keeps their phone on Do Not Disturb 24/7. Don't get me wrong.
I am he. I'm not even gonna lie. I am that person My phone is on Do Not Disturb right now, but that's only because I'm recording. You feel me? I have 3 phones, and not a single one of them, whenever they ring, has a sound to it, bro. 3 of them, and not a single one. I am that friend. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, I go straight to work. I lock in on work, put my headphones in, and I listen to music or an audiobook or something, and just get through my day, come home, sit down, and immediately start recording or editing, listening to freaking so-fi music, bro. Listen, I keep myself a little too busy to be answering people's freaking calls and messages as soon as it comes through. You know what I mean? Obviously, when I take a piss break or I go to get some water or something, I'll look at my phone to see what's up. But most of the time, I'm getting sick, chat. That's why I keep rubbing my nose.
We do not care.
Most of the time, I just, my D&D off to the side. You feel me? But, yeah. So if you're trying to reach me, if you're one of my friends and you're trying to reach me and you realize it takes me like a couple of days to get back to you, that's why, bro.
Wrong. All of my friends know that I hate talking on the phone.
Facts.
Please text me first. But if you're on D&D all the time, what do you even use your phone for except doom scrolling all day? I think we have a habit of closing our lanes of communication.
Doom scrolling all day is crazy. Like, no. Like, I'll doom scroll for a couple of minutes before I go to bed at night. Yeah. And around that same time is when I'll answer back everybody's messages, and then I'll go to bed and then wake up to the messages in the morning, and depending on if I feel like answering it on my way to the gym or not, I'll do that.
Really, nigga?
You know?
And then complaining that we lack meaningful connections in our lives. I just feel like no one really values me as a friend. No one ever reaches out to me. Well, more people probably would reach out to you if you ever took your phone off Do Not Disturb. Yeah, but I value my privacy. And still, it's not like anyone cares. People never understand me. Well, you're also pretty closed off. Do you ever communicate how you feel to others so they can better understand you?
No!
Nah, I usually just stop talking to people when I'm going through something. Even when they reach out, I leave them on red. Don't you think that's a little counterproductive?
Yeah.
Well, friends don't need to talk every day. I need my space. That's true, but you're the one complaining about people being distant when you're the one creating the distance.
Thanks.
You know, normally I'd never say this to your face, but you're a good friend. Why would you never say that to my face? I think our generation puts up weird boundaries in our friendships to the point where we often take them for granted.
Listen, on the topic of taking friendships for granted, my friends know that at any point in time, Jesus, how long is this ad? At any point in time, they can message me, and I'll be like, you know what I mean? We'll talk. If you want to talk to me, bro, you have my number. Call me, nigga. Damn. I might not answer the first time, but I will call you back. You know what I mean? I will message you back later on and be like, yo, is you good? What's going on? If you be like, oh, yeah, some shit went down and I just wanted to blah, 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 blah. I'll be like, yo, you know what I mean? We'll handle it. It may not happen right then and there, but it will be handled naturally. I always will look out for my peoples, regardless of how standoffish I might be when it comes to that. You know what I mean, Chad? Y'all know what I mean. So, yeah, like, my friends know that they can call me at any point in time, and I will always get back to them, or message me at any point in time, and I will always get back to them, because it's happened. It happens currently. Like, I'll have a friend message me, and I'll probably won't respond to the message for like a couple of days because, you know, doing other stuff, and get back to him. He'll let me know what was going on. We'll talk about it. If he still needs help figuring it out, you know what I mean? I'll give him a little bit of advice here and there, or we'll just catch up, let each other know what was going on in a couple of months since we last talked, or weeks or whatever. You know what I mean? Simple things like that, bro. So it's not like you don't talk just like at all. I'm just completely ignoring the people, bro. Like, and I know for a fact that if I'm busy, they are also busy. You know what I mean? Like, none of my friends are just sitting around or have time to be sitting around on their phone messaging back and forth, bro. That's why we don't have a group chat anymore. We're all too busy working, trying to make something of ourselves, bro. And none of my friends are older than the age of 25. None of us. So we're abusing our youth right now to try to make our future better for ourselves and our potential families down the line. You know what I mean? So we all share that same kind of mentality, to where we all understand that it's not as easy as it was when we were in school to just be messaging back and forth all the time, constantly on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like my friendships, even though we're not as tight-knitted or may not seem as tight-knitted as other friend groups, we're still solid, bro. Like, all the way. They know they can always, come on, bro. They know they can always call on me, bro. So that's all I'm saying, chat. You feel me?
Now, thank you to often
Shut up,
say
man.
is that we also actively shut down connecting with people over very trivial things. I'll talk about this more in depth later, but when I was growing up, having a common interest with someone usually meant that you could become friends with that person. Unfortunately, nowadays, people take their hobbies a little too seriously and let small differences tear them apart. Like, bro, I'm sorry I said Piccolo had more aura than Sung Jin Woo. I didn't realize it was that deep to you. And of course, I think the biggest obstacle when it comes to approaching others is the all too common fear of rejection. Rejection stings no matter who you are. Whether it's in person or you got egoed in the DMs by someone you wanted to become friends with, it's a humiliating experience, but a very human one. Nearly everyone has been rejected at some point, whether it be from a job or a relationship. And it's why having a community to fall back on is even more important. So, did you finally shoot your shot at that one girl? Yeah, I did, but she just left me on red. Really? What did you say? Nothing crazy. I just said, let me EYP.
You what?
You what? Why would you send that to me? What's wrong with that? Bro, what do you think EYP means? Enjoy your presence. No, bro. It means... That's what it means? Why would I send that? That's what I'm saying. That's not good. No, I gotta make a phone call. You should. Ultimately,
you should not. Do not. You're digging yourself a deeper grave. Just be like, I didn't know. I didn't know. It's up to her if she believes you or not. Because if you call her, there's a 9 times out of 10, 90% chance she's gonna look at that and not even answer it, bro. She's gonna be making that disgusted face, dog.
Already enough obstacles standing in our way when it comes to meeting new people. So we don't need to create new ones by being afraid to reach out to people we enjoy spending time with. Despite what you might see online, in my experience, most people are pretty welcoming when you put yourself out there. You don't need to force others to accept you, but if you present yourself authentically in every situation, I think you'll find it a lot easier to meet people on the same wavelength.
He's right, you know.
Thanks for watching the video. I know this was a bit different from what you guys are used to, so I appreciate.
All right, we're new here, so we're not used to nothing. Anyway, that'll be it for that video. It's been a couple of days, chat. I know I say this damn near every time I go away and come back, and yes, I'm gonna be gone again this Saturday to next Saturday. So, listen, I probably won't even. I'm looking crispy with this new setting, bro. My melanin is glowing. I like this. Chat, I like this. You feel me? I'm gonna toy around with my settings a little bit more. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, come here. My lights was on, so let me see something, chat. Can you change color, you dumb fuck? Ooh. I don't know, chat. Are we feeling this?
No.
I'm not really feeling it, chat. Let me see. This one's kind of calmer. Chat, we're gonna go through these, right? We're gonna go through these at some point in time and figure out what's the best, like, friggin' light contrast for the videos. You know what I mean? So like my skin, like how it's popping right now, and everything is just like calm. Even with the white on white, it's not like throwing everything off too badly. Even with the light on, man, it's just like, you know what I mean? The melanin is popping, chat. You feel me?
Bombastic side eye.
I kind of like this. I might start recording like this more often, to be honest with you. Yeah. Anyway, that'll be it for this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.